everybody, welcome back to Twister Sisters Studios. I'm Holly Nicole George, the Twister sister, and I've got another free balloon tutorial for you guys this week. This is what I will be showing you today. Isn't that so cute? I know, love it. So this one's great because it can be on a headband or a bracelet or just on the little flower wand. Put a stick on it, whatever you want to do, make it a centerpiece, I don't know, but it's adorable. So we're just making Hello Kitty's head and putting her on a flower base, so let's get into it. So to do this design, you're going to need a total of 5 balloons. I've got a black 160 and a black 260. We'll be using a white 360 or 350, whatever you have. And then one of each for the orange, a 260 and a 160 as well. We're going to start off with our big white balloon, and we just need enough air in here to make a bubble for her face. So however wide across you want her face to be, that's how big you make your bubble. Once you're happy with it, you're going to tie off the balloon and then also come to the end and tie off the end as well. And I'm going to cut this tail so it's not quite so long, so we just have like a little piece of candy sort of. Now I'm going to grab my black 260 and we're just going to inflate this a little bit. I've put about 6 pumps of air in here with my dual action hand pump, and that leaves us about a 4-inch tail there. And we're going to take our black and our white and we're going to just tie both of those together at the nozzle end. So nice strong double knot. And we're going to come down on our black. We want 2 bubbles the same length as our white. So just kind of eyeball that. You're going to wrap it around the knot of that balloon. So we've really got it close and nice and tight. You can see the knot that I tied is above my twist. And I'm actually going to thread that through again just to make sure that it's secure. Okay, now we're going to come down the back. And we're going to get another bubble in our black the same length as the other one. And then when you get back to the beginning, you're going to take one of these nozzles here and again pull it nice and tight and wrap it around in and through a couple times to get it locked in there. Okay, now we're going to do the ears. So you want to squeeze your balloon out so it's a little bit thinner, and also so we can give it those cat ear shapes. Okay, so for the first ear, I'm just gonna kind of fold my balloon over and see kind of what shape and how long I want that first bubble to be. So I'm gonna twist mine off right about here, and that'll give us an ear that hits right about like that, which I think is good. So then I want to do another bubble the same size as that one that I've already measured out. Okay, so this will be our 2 ears. And then again, on this side, we're going to take one of these nozzles and just wrap it tightly around to lock that in place. Okay, kind of silly looking. What we're going to do with the rest of this black balloon is we're going to come out way too far to the end here and cut that off so that we have a nice long tail. We're going to take the middle of our ears and bring it down towards the head. You want it to be right on top of the white bubble, so you have your 2 black bubbles in the back. Okay, and the way we're going to get these ears to kind of stay down like this is with this long tail. So we're going to take our long tail, we're going to come up in front of one ear, but then crisscross it back behind the next ear. Pull that tight, and that'll lock those ears down in the middle, and they'll stay nice and cat-like. Okay, now we need to secure this black tail into something. I'm actually going to take it around the balloon again, and then just kind of pull it out the back of these black balloons and then tuck it up inside. Okay, so now you've got your little cat ears on, and we are almost done. For the next step, I'm going to grab my orange 260, and we're just going to make a 6, 7, 8, 5 petal flower, however many petals you want to put on here. So go ahead and blow up your balloon. I've left about a 3-inch tail on mine. Let a little bit of air out, tie it off, and start making loops. So we're going to fold our balloon over, not too big of a loop. lock it in with the nozzle, and then another loop the same size. And we're gonna keep going like that till we run out of balloon or till we have all the petals that we could possibly want. So I'm on number 4 right now. Let's do 5. And there's no perfect right way or number of petals. If you can only get 5, do 5. If you can get 6 or 7, those look a little bit nicer and fuller. But do what you can do and know that the people that you're giving these balloons to have never gonna see anything like this before, probably, and they're gonna love it no matter what. They're not gonna be critiquing how many petals your flower has as you're creating something new and unique for them, okay? So give yourself some grace there and don't compare yourself to other twisters so much. Okay, so we have our little flower petal here. I'm gonna leave it with the stick on it just for now, and then we can change that later. Set this down, and you're gonna want to inflate your black 160. Okay, so I've just inflated mine about halfway. We're not gonna use this whole thing, so you don't have to be too picky. I'm gonna start this off with 2 pinch twists back to back. So a small round bubble, take the nozzle, bring it around that twist. And then another bubble just like that, right beside it, and make that a pinch twist there. Okay, so we've got our 2 pinch twists. All right, now the hardest part of this is really just lining this all up. So what we're gonna do is we're just basically gonna wrap our 160 all the way around the head. So it looks like she's wearing this black cat costume for Halloween, right? So you want to place the 2 pinch twists we made, the beginning of our balloon, right in the center of her head underneath it at the bottom. Okay, so just hold that there with your hands, and you're going to walk the rest of the balloon around the white part of the balloon. Okay, so you might need to push the ears back a little bit so you can really wedge this 160 in there. Because there's not going to be, we're not twisting this into anything. The only thing holding the 160 on is going to be pressure, friction, the tightness of the balloon. So you want to make sure you get it pulled really nice and tight, and then get it wrapped back around into those 260s once you get back to the middle there. Okay, once you get it on, you can secure this even more by pulling out the white part of the balloon. Pull it out towards the front a little bit, and that will also help wedge that 160 where it's supposed to be. Make sure your ears have the shape you want, and there we go. Look at that. It could be a lot of characters. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the rest of this 160, and we're going to use the tail left from that to wrap it into our little orange flower that we have waiting here. I'm just going to place it in the center. Pull that tail nice and tight, but not too tight, because it is a 160 and you can't actually just snap these by pulling on them too hard. So we don't want to do that. We just want to pull it just tight enough. Wrap it around your flower base a few times. And now you've got her cute little head on a flower base. So the last thing that we have to do, which really makes this design say this is Hello Kitty, is she's got to have a bow, right? You cannot forget the bow on Hello Kitty ever, or that it's just a cat. So I'm going to inflate my 160 just a little bit, just a couple pumps of air in there, and we're going to make a little bow. So fold your balloon over just a little bit for the tiniest little loop, twist that knot into the balloon, lock it in by rolling that nozzle through the center of the loop. We're going to make another loop the same size. So just fold it over and twist. And then in the center of our bow, we're going to have a pinch twist. So you just want to make a small little round bubble, and we're going to turn that into a pinch twist. And that's going to be her cute little bow. So to attach it, we again are going to want a long tail for this one. So I'm going to cut out the end of the balloon here so I have a nice long tail. And you want to attach this kind of like here off to the side. You don't want to put it up above. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't seem to look quite right if it's up here, because her bow is always, you know, right there on the edge of her costume and her face. So I'm going to take the tail of this, we're going to thread it underneath our 160. I'm going to do on this side. Okay, so I've got it underneath the 160. You can see that here behind the ear. Just went right underneath the 160. Now there's a couple of different ways you could secure this, different places you could attach it. You could wrap it around the edge of this ear here. You could wrap it around the middle of the ears here. You could even take it through underneath these black balloons here. So it's going to end up coming out the bottom of her head, and then you could just wrap it right down into the flower base if you wanted. And then you just have this cute little bow off to the side of her costume. So now all that's left is to draw the face, and luckily her face is very simple. So the first thing I'm going to do is her little nose, which is going to be orange for this design since she's in the Halloween theme. So I'm just going to put a small little round oval right in the very center of our white balloon. And then I'm going to come in with my black, and we're going to do her little eyes, which her nose is like a horizontal oval. Her eyes are more vertical little ovals, and they're spread apart pretty far off to the sides of her head, just out on the sides of her nose. Okay, so there's her two little eyes. And then Hello Kitty has little whiskers on the side, just little short lines off to the side of her face. Gonna be way out there on the side like that. Okay, now I have seen some balloon artists accidentally think that those are eyelashes and they put them around the eye. Those are not supposed to be eyelashes. Those are Hello Kitty's whiskers, I believe. I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, and the last thing is, you don't have to, but if you'll look at any of the Hello Kitty images or graphics, her nose is usually outlined as well, so I'm going to take my black and outline the nose. And that is our adorable costumed Hello Kitty for Halloween. She's all ready to go as a black cat. I think this is so cute. It does use 5 balloons, but we're not like fully twisting all 5 of the balloons a ton. We didn't even twist the white at all. We just blew up one bubble. The bow is very fast and simple. So I think that this could be a practical design for parties and restaurant work. Maybe not a super busy fall festival with thousands of people at it, but hey, if you're a fast twister, this could be done there as well. You can get really good at it. Of course, you guys know I love these flower bases because they can be on a stick. You can twist a spiral wand and put them on top of a wand. We can cut this off, make it into a bracelet, or put it on a headband as well. So it's a very versatile, wearable design, which is great for events where you're outdoors or people are going to be walking around, or parents don't want to have to hold their kids' balloons the whole party. It can be a wearable very quickly, so it can stay right on the child's arm, less chance of it falling and popping as soon as it touches the grass or the dirt or the rocks or whatever. So I love wearables for busy parties and events, and this is such a cute one for all of your October events. I, of course, have the clip art for this adorable design, and in the clip art, you're going to get a zip file that has this Hello Kitty design drawn as just on a flower base, drawn as a bracelet, drawn as a headband, and also drawn on a little stick like this. So you can choose the exact style of Hello Kitty design you want to make for your event and just put that on your menu, or let your customers know that it can be a wearable. Do they want a headband or a bracelet, or, you know, give your people options. So that's available in the Twister Sisters store. You can purchase just the clip art images you need there, a la carte style, or you can subscribe to the Clip Art Vault, where you get a full access 24/7, 365 days a year to every clip art image I've ever drawn. And if we have a tutorial available for the clip art image you're looking at, there will be a link to take you directly to the tutorial to learn how to make the balloon that you're seeing in the Clip Art Vault. So not only is it a useful resource, but it's very handy to help you learn new designs as well, because you can just scroll through or search through the Clip Art Vault. Maybe you're doing a party with a different kind of a theme, and so you're looking for what you can put on your menu. And maybe you see clip art that you would love to be able to offer at your event, but you're not exactly sure how to make the balloon to match it. We've got tutorials that are linked right there on the clip art image when the tutorials are available. So that's a very handy resource that our members love. I would love to see your costumed Hello Kitty pictures this week over in our free Facebook group. Come over and join us, post pictures of your work. We feature everybody's work each week. We pick out a few of our favorites and kind of highlight them and just cheer each other on. And it's also a fun place to get inspired and see what other artists are working on and how they've changed and tweaked our designs that we post each week in the tutorials to make them their own, or just add some more creativity, different colors and things like that. It's always fun in there to see what everyone's working on. So we invite you guys to come over and join us in that group while you're waiting for Tutorial Tuesday to come back around next week so you can learn another free balloon design. I'll see y'all next week. Have fun with this one and happy twisting, everyone. Bye-bye.